Hi everyone, Matt here from MM3D. Today's quick tips video is going to focus on interacting with clients when running a design business. This is crucial to running a smooth business both in and outside of design. Here I'm going to cover some things I've learned about client negotiation. Tip 1. Leverage your expertise to fix problems. The first tip is to leverage your expertise in an area to fix a problem your client has. What I mean by this is that your studies or your work experience will have given you a particular expertise, even if it's in a niche area. For example, one of my areas of expertise is producing static renders of hard surface modelled products, things like machines, analytical equipment, engineering equipment, plastic or metal containers, and similar. This means I can speak with authority and high confidence to my clients about how I would model their relevant product and produce advertising materials for it. Realize that your client is not usually an expert in what you're good at. This is the same as when working in scientific research, which is my background. Everyone has their own specialization. You want to be shown that you have a unique and powerful skill set that is useful. Having expertise makes you very valuable to a client and gives you a position of strength in any negotiations. Tip 2. Don't sell, listen. Sales are vital to any growing business, triply so if you're just starting out. Even so, when you meet with someone, it's best to resist the impulse to overtly sell your business's services. Instead, it's very important that you listen to what your potential client is saying to you. If they have a problem your business is perfect for solving, you can then suggest this, obviously leading to a sale of your services or product. Listening and formulating a polite response produces the results you want as a salesperson without all of the awful sleazy salesman stereotypes. On the other hand, and this is where honesty comes in, if a potential client has a problem you don't think you can solve, explain this and give them the details of someone you know who can solve the problem. Consultancy businesses even charge to do this, making extra money through commission when they subcontract others to solve problems for a client. If you don't know someone who can help, explain your analysis of the problem they're having. This builds trust and respect, and when you meet with this potential client again in the future, they're much more likely to have business for you. As a final note for this tip, if you identify a problem in your client's business when listening to them, inform them of this politely. If you're selling website design, for example, opening your meeting by telling the client that their website looks absolutely atrocious is the worst thing you can possibly do. It will make you look arrogant and alienate a potential business partner. I recently had someone on LinkedIn approach me cold about the size of my YouTube channel, rudely telling me how small and useless this channel is and how he can help. This guy made the worst possible pitch for his business I've ever seen, and in fact I just blocked him. Take a more rounded approach instead, telling the potential client about positive aspects of their current setup and then explain to them adjustments you would make if you were in their shoes. Tip 3. Get the value you're worth. Do research on a potential client before you meet them. Estimate the amount of money they'll be making from any work you do for them, and also research the amount your competitors charge. This will give you necessary confidence to charge any project you do for them at an appropriate rate. One of the most demoralizing aspects of working with a new client can be if you have underpriced the value of your work. Make sure you do the research beforehand to avoid this. Tip 4. Always keep your word. Essential in any kind of freelance business, design or otherwise, is integrity. If you say you're going to do something, do it. Once you've agreed on a price with a client, stick to it if the circumstances haven't changed. Don't promise the earth and then fail to deliver. Instead, keep the expectations realistic and then deliver an exceptional service. This principle is important when you're on the client side of any kind of deal as well. Especially important, more than anything else in business, is the handling of money. If you ever owe someone money, pay the exact amount agreed as soon as you can. There can be no trust in any business, design or otherwise, if you do not keep your word when it comes to paying people. Tip 5. Sell the holiday, not the plane ticket. I don't know who this saying is originally attributed to, but it's very accurate for design businesses. I first heard it from the designer Chris Do. If someone contracts you to make a still image, they most likely don't care about your working process to produce the image. The only thing they're interested in is the final product. Don't get excessively caught up in describing your work process to the client. Just explain the solution you can offer them for whatever their business's pain point is. This also goes for using stock assets and similar when doing a job. Unless the client specifically wants everything made bespoke, chances are they really don't care how the work gets done, as long as it gets done to a high quality standard in an appropriate manner. Tip 6. Don't work with bad clients. I'm going to do a separate video on red flag clients, that is, clients who are just bad to work with. One thing I've seen many designers do is work for bad clients just because you really need money. I can't stress enough that you really shouldn't do this. The reason is opportunity cost. Every time you work for a bad client, you'll be wasting time that you could be spending finding your dream client who'll be worth a lot more money with a lot less stress. That's the end of the tips video today. Thank you for listening. I hope the tips proved helpful. If you did find them useful, please like and subscribe. There'll be more content coming soon. Good luck with your business.